Hey there, it's Steve.
And Terry.
From Serious Keto, and what are we reviewing today?
Today we have 3 cereals from Walmart, and they're keto.
Yes, plus we also have the Perfect Keto chocolate that we already did, just to kind of compare them. Now, the reason we're doing this review is lots of times people will ask, can't you just review something that I can find easily and that I don't have to order online? So I asked you to pick up some keto cereal for me, and we've got 2 from Wonderworks, the peanut butter and the chocolate, and then Incredibowl.
Okay.
So do you have a favorite cereal in like non-keto?
I'm not a big cereal. Rice Krispies, Cocoa. I mean, I did like Cocoa Puffs when I was little. So
okay. Well, then we've got a couple here that'll compare to Cocoa Puffs.
Golden Grams. That was my favorite. That's my favorite.
Oh, you know what? I think
Golden
we've got. I wonder if who is that makes that? There's a brand at Costco that we may have to try out that I think is sort of like Golden Grams or Cinnamon Toast Crunch something. Okay. Future video. So today though we're trying out the Wonderworks and the Incredibowl. You want to start with peanut butter first and then do 3 chocolates in a row? Or go chocolate and then...
Because peanut butter's stronger, yeah. So let's do the chocolates first.
So end with peanut butter?
Yeah.
Okay. So starting with the Wonderworks keto-friendly chocolate cereal. 3 grams net carbs, 6 grams total fat, 15 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, total carbohydrates, 16 grams. So if you're counting total carbs, it might be a little high for you. In terms of ingredients, I already looked at this. It starts out all right, but then it kind of goes sideways. We've got milk protein concentrate, erythritol, allulose, whey protein isolate, inulin, palm kernel oil, cocoa, palm oil, soluble corn fiber, canola oil, rice starch, natural flavor, soy lecithin, salt, stevia extract, vitamin E. So if you're the sort of person that gets concerned about ingredients, there's a few on here that you're probably going to find troublesome. Do you want to try one plain before it goes into the...
Sure, yeah.
Ting.
Chocolatey. Good.
I like the texture a lot. Because the Perfect Keto stuff that we had done, that was really, really crunchy. Yeah. This almost maybe a little, it's got, I don't know what I would compare it to. I don't know. Maybe I'll know once we have some in a bowl.
Cocoa Puffs. Everything Cocoa Puffs.
So additionally, at the end of this video, so not the chunk that we're in, but even after that, what I'm going to do is over the course of the next few days, I'm going to eat a full serving of each of these cereals and then do a blood glucose test just to see how it fares with that. All right. You can go first. I got so excited. All right. Here we go.
I like it.
So I think it tastes a lot less chocolatey once we got it in the milk. The other thing is I know what the flavor reminds me of. It reminds me of the marshmallows from Lucky Charms.
Oh, yeah. It does. Yeah.
Texture-wise, even a little bit. It doesn't gum up like the marshmallows do, but it's got that sort of light, fluffy texture to it.
Good comparison.
You want that last bite?
Sure.
Okay. Next up, the Incredibowl. It says on the back here, have no fear, your breakfast hero is here. Keto-friendly and grain-free. We have 9 grams of fat, 16 grams of protein, so pretty protein heavy, 14 grams of total carbohydrate, and 7 net grams. In terms of ingredients, it gets sketchy kind of quickly here. We start with milk protein concentrate, then we have canola oil, not a fan, tapioca starch, chicory root fiber, allulose, cocoa, erythritol, sugar, calcium carbonate, citric acid, sunflower lecithin, tetrasodium pyrophosphate. Delicious. Salt, natural flavor, stevia leaf extract, vitamin E to maintain freshness, and rosemary extract. It's kind of odd, rosemary.
Incredible, like in the Incredibles.
What's that?
The Incredibles. That's probably what superhero Incredibles. It's called Incredibowl.
Oh, Incredibowls. I didn't think about Incredibles.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
This is why it says superhero.
maybe. Could be.
Oh.
You want to grab a couple? I didn't even catch that.
Definitely heavier, thicker.
Yeah, I like the texture on this better than the Wonderworks.
I don't. I like the other one better.
Okay.
But this is just heavier and thicker. It's good. It's good. Heavier, like I said, more chocolatey. It's just
That's closer in texture to Cocoa
Cocoa
Puffs.
Puffs, yeah.
Not quite as powdery
Right.
and light. I almost feel like there's almost a hint of maple.
Yeah, like syrup. Like right now, after, like I just had some pancakes and waffles. Yeah.
Yeah, the aftertaste is good. It's definitely sort of
Yep,
a
like
mapley
pancakes, yeah.
aftertaste. Like if I had this and somebody didn't tell me it was keto or not keto, I would say it tastes like a normal cereal, just not quite as sweet.
Right. Yeah. Less sugar. Yeah.
And I think this one more than the what is it? The Wonderworks. I could see just plowing through a bowl of this really easily, and then saying, "Oh, I've got some leftover milk. I better pour some more in here."
I don't know. I still like the first one better.
Okay.
I mean, I like them both, but
I mean,
I'd eat them.
I like this a little bit better. I'm not thrilled about the ingredients list on either of them. So now we've got the perfect keto chocolate, which we did before. This has 5 grams of total fat, 9 grams of protein, 16 total grams of carbohydrates, 1 net gram of carbs. Also, in terms of price, just from a comparison standpoint, all those 3 cereals from Walmart, what were they, about $7?
One was 7, and the other, one was 8.
All right, so $7 to $8, and I believe the total weight on each of those is either 9.5 or 10 ounces. The Perfect Keto, I'd have to look up the price. I know it's more expensive. Seems to me that this was $11, $12. It depends on if you're using a coupon code. And this is 8.5 ounces, so not hugely different in terms of price. In terms of ingredients, we have erythritol, almond, milk protein isolate, water, soluble tapioca fiber, cocoa powder, medium chain triglyceride oil, baking soda, hydrolyzed bovine collagen, natural flavors, salt, vanilla extract, baking powder, monk fruit concentrate, and stevia extract. So in terms of ingredients, quite a bit more clean. My one concern, and this is purely just a thing for me, erythritol is the #1 ingredient. I find that I really get that cooling sensation from erythritol in my mouth, kind of like sugar-free gum. Now, when we did our review of this, I had to turn down the mic volume in the editor by like 17 decibels because this stuff is so crunchy.
It's good.
I think the flavor's better than either of those other two.
Yep.
The crunch factor, though, this is almost like eating rocks after eating those others.
Yeah.
This is some extremely crunchy stuff.
Just use more milk then.
All right. Now, I will tell you that I've been mixing this in with some ice cream in my Ninja Creamy ice cream maker, and that makes for quite a nice little cookies and cream ice cream. So I felt like I should have said something impressive there, but no, I mix it in with my ice cream.
But yeah, this one's crunchier and it's more flavorful. And
Yeah, this one brings more chocolate flavor, I think, than either of those two. Way more crunchy. I do get that cooling effect, though, from the erythritol. No?
I get nothing.
Okay.
Different.
So finally, we have the Wonderworks peanut butter. Ingredients pretty similar to the other Wonderworks: milk protein concentrate, allulose, peanut flour, erythritol, peanut butter, whey protein isolate, inulin. Then we have palm kernel oil, canola oil. Wow, they're bringing it. Rice starch, soy lecithin, natural flavor, stevia extract, and vitamin E. We have 6 grams of total fat, 14 grams of total carbohydrates, 3 net grams, and 17 grams of protein. Now, one of the interesting things for each of these cereals, well, for the Wonderworks, the serving size is 1 cup of cereal. For the Incredibowl, it's 1 1/4 cups. For the Perfect Keto, it's just 1/2 cup. So I think I mentioned earlier, my favorite cereal of all time is Captain Crunch peanut butter. And just pouring this into a bowl is already starting to have like an emotional trigger on me. I think if this tastes good, this is going to be dangerous for me because I could tear through a whole box of Captain Crunch peanut butter back in the day.
Very light on the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Nice texture, but not very peanut buttery.
No.
It's fine with me. I'm not a cereal
No,
peanut butter. So I like chocolate better.
This is a bit of a letdown right here. I really was hoping for more of that Captain Crunch peanut butter flavor. This is like somebody walked it through a room that had some peanut butter.
Yeah.
It is
very little. Just a plain.
It is a hint of peanut butter, just a tiny little kiss of peanut butter. This is the least impressive of all of them.
Yep.
I think, and in a way, that's probably a good thing, given the ingredients that are in this, which there's a good chunk of them I don't approve of, and there's probably even more that some of you don't approve of. So I'm going to say no on this one. So of the chocolates, how would you rate them?
Perfect Keto 1.
Okay, I agree. Perfect Keto was number 1.
And
Then you
first one, yeah.
then you like
Purple.
Wonderworks?
Yeah.
I would go Incredibowl as my number 2, and then I would take this as my number 3. Now, I typically do intermittent fasting, which means I don't eat until later on in the day. I probably have breakfast twice a week, once or twice a week. And if I do, typically I'm just going to have some eggs. That's sort of, my thing. So I don't know that any of these cereals, any of the 4, would change me from that. If you're really dying for cereal, well, I guess wait until after this break here. And over the next couple of days, I'm going to film me having entire servings of these cereals. I won't film me eating it, but I'll come back with my blood glucose results and my final thoughts. Good. So I'm going to take that break right now. So I just planned on doing those cereals, but then I was at Costco and I saw the Catalina Crunch. So I figured, what the heck, we'll throw that into the mix as well. In terms of nutritional information, serving size on this is 1/2 cup, so smaller than the Wonderworks. Total fat, 5 grams. Total carbs, 14 grams. Of that, 9 is dietary fiber. And since this is sweetened with stevia extract and monk fruit, we're looking at a net 5 grams of carbs. There is 11 grams of protein. In terms of ingredients, this is going to run afoul of keto purists, I'm sure. So first off, they have Catalina flour, which is pea protein, potato fiber, non-GMO corn fiber, chicory root fiber, and guar gum. Then tapioca flour, high oleic sunflower oil, baking powder, natural flavors, sea salt, calcium carbonate, stevia extract, and monk fruit. I'm going to be very interested to see what the glucose response is on this based on some of those ingredients. But for right now, let's just give it a taste. It has a really good crunch. Flavor-wise, though, I gotta actually see what flavor this is because it's pretty mild taste-wise. Cinnamon toast. Yeah, I get some cinnamon. It is not strong in terms of either cinnamon or sweetness. I think back in my cereal eating days, this would have tasted kind of like yucky health food to me. But since my palate is sort of adjusted to sweets as a result of being keto, I would say it's okay on a sweet level. I just wish there were a little bit more cinnamon flavor. It's kind of bland, honestly. But I'm going to finish this, and then I will be back with a complete roundup of all of the cereals, my blood glucose results, and just overall thoughts. Are there any of these that I would recommend? See you soon. So I've completed the blood glucose tests on all of these cereals, and I'll put them right over here. I am using a Freestyle Libre continuous glucose monitor, and the analysis software is from Levels Health, and I will link to that down in the description below if you'd like more information. It is not cheap, I'll just let you know that. Another quick little caveat is I am not a type 2 diabetic, so just because I didn't see any reaction with any of these cereals doesn't mean that you might not if you are a diabetic. But let's take a look at each of the cereals. Starting with the Wonderworks cereal, you can see stable response. There's like no movement at all. Next, we have the Incredibowl cereal. Also, flat response, completely stable. Then the Perfect Keto chocolate cereal. Also, no response, stable. And finally, the Catalina Crunch. That also scored a 10 for stable response. You can see a little bit of movement there. I think it was about 5 points of glucose movement early on, and then it just leveled out. So none of these cereals differentiates itself in terms of blood glucose response. In terms of overall ingredients, the cleanest has got to be the Perfect Keto. It also is probably the best tasting. It's also the most expensive. Additionally, I find that there's kind of a small window of opportunity when it comes to the Perfect Keto cereal between when it's kind of too crunchy and a little too soggy. Fortunately, with a serving size of just a half a cup, you can pretty much eat an entire bowl during that little window of opportunity. There were none of these cereals that I disliked. You know, over here, not real fond of some of the ingredients, but pick your poison. If you're really truly jonesing for some cereal and you absolutely got to have something and you're on a budget and you're at Walmart, then if you're not too bothered by the ingredients, I would say either of these are probably fine. Your call. Me, I don't love cereal enough that to me any of these are really worth my time or worth my money. I'm probably going to stick with bacon and eggs. So hopefully you found that helpful. You've got a keto perspective and a non-keto perspective.
Yeah.
Terry, I think you're a little bit more forgiving of some of these. You're kind of nice sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not super picky on, being honest, I'm not super picky on food. I like food and yeah.
All right. Well, hey, like I said, hopefully that was helpful. I think that's all we got, right?
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
That's my line.
Oh, see you next time.
Thanks for watching.